Since 1997, Queensland Community Foundation has created an enduring source of funding for charitable purposes. Through making a donation or leaving a bequest, you are helping Queenslanders for generations to come. QCF operates under a single trust deed with the Public Trustee of Queensland as trustee. The foundation is a public ancillary fund with over 216 sub-funds, benefiting a range of charities and charitable causes. QCF has a clear vision: to inspire philanthropy within our community and help build capacity for those working towards social change. Donations to QCF's General Fund contribute to a robust annual grants program. The grants program is focused on building the organisational capacity of charities to help them remain viable, resilient and sustainable. For Muscular Dystrophy Queensland, receiving a QCF grant has enabled the organisation to prepare for the future.
For a small organisation, making the transition into the National Disability Insurance Scheme is a significant challenge. So we needed management consultancy advice to be able to go through that process, and QCF awarded us a significant capacity building grant to do the financial modelling, minimise the risk of developing our organisation into a business under the NDIS.
A QCF sub-fund can be established to support an eligible charity or cause of preference. There are a number of ways you can make an enduring donation through a QCF sub-fund. QCF named sub-funds support a variety of charities and causes. QCF's Robert Day Paleontological Research Fund was established by Dr. Robert Day and offers a fellowship in paleontology and stratigraphy.
Well, paleontology, we're studying the history of life on Earth and how the Earth and life have evolved together. Paleontology isn't the easiest to fund thing, despite how popular it is. We can't patent things, we don't come up with new industrial processes that make a lot of money. But when you get something set up like Bob has set up, we have some stability and we can know that we're going to have personnel who are going to be able to carry out really important research through time.
I wasn't really setting out to be a philanthropist, but then I never set out to make a lot of money either. It's something I felt almost an obligation, seeing I'd done well, then to help someone if I had the opportunity to do so. QCF actually took the hard work out of it. I didn't have to set up my own charitable fund and administer it, so all I had to do was put the money in and they distributed the funds.
This type of generosity does a world of good for us and for the whole field.
QCF can help you create a significant legacy for the community and a lasting memorial to your family's name and generosity. The Prince Charles Hospital have felt the benefit of annual funds received through such legacies.
Well, it's amazing the work that can be conducted thanks to a sub-fund that's managed by QCF. It's really important in medical research that we can sustain the research that goes on. Far too often in Australia, researchers have to live from year to year, and we all know that it takes quite a few years to actually come up with a medical outcome. So having sustainable funding is absolutely critical. This will directly benefit thousands upon thousands of Australians whose lives will be saved as a direct result. So this is a legacy that will affect so many people into the future. We have great young Australians here who wouldn't get a start in medical research if it wasn't for sustainable funding that we can deliver, and the sub-fund allows us to do that.
QCF understands that many people like to give where they live, and that's why our sub-funds in regional areas are so important. Aunties and Uncles is one such organisation to have benefited from a regional grant through the QCF's Gold Coast Community Sub-Fund.
Aunties and Uncles Queensland is an early intervention program for vulnerable and socially isolated children aged between 1 and 11 years. We match those children with a mentor, which we call an auntie and uncle, and are basically a positive role model in their life. We have almost 200 mentors who volunteer their time to spend with that child that they're linked with. Aunties and Uncles Queensland does not receive any government funding, so we do rely on funding from the Queensland Community Foundation and other trusts and foundations. With the funds that QCF provided to us, we were able to train and induct 4 sets of volunteers as mentors in our program, and they were subsequently matched with 4 young children who live on the Gold Coast. The impact these mentors have had on these children is something that we hope that they will carry through their entire life.
Cancer Council Queensland is a not-for-profit organisation whose vital work is made possible by the generosity of Queenslanders. In 2015, CCQ was proud to name Queensland Community Foundation as a cancer research partner.
Research into cancer, it's a long-term activity. What we need to do, if we're going to do something serious about cancer control in this state, is understand that we have to commit to the long haul.
Distributions from CCQ's sub-fund and from 11 other QCF managed sub-funds will be invested into world-class cancer research.
For us at the Cancer Council Queensland, knowing that there's a reliable source of revenue, year in, year out, contributes to our ability to run our programs in cancer research, prevention, early detection and supportive care for patients diagnosed with cancer and of course for their families and friends.
When you donate or make a bequest to QCF, you can be confident that your generosity will help build the long-term sustainability of charities. Over the past 20 years, just under $20 million in philanthropic donations has been distributed for charitable purposes by QCF.